What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the What's Going On podcast. We actually have somebody not new to the channel in any form or facet, but new to the What's Going On podcast. We got my boy Brandon in, and we got him in today specifically, not only, but most definitely because we are going to be talking about Brother Ja. We're going to hear from somebody from the M itself.
Good dude, man. Good dude.
We gonna talk about it.
Crazy.
We gonna talk about it. But anyways, to go on and kick things off, we're not going to sugarcoat it with a lot of fluff beforehand. Brother Ja has gotten himself into a few predicaments under a short span of time.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with guns, dealing with violence, dealing with something even deeper than all of that, I'll say. But this episode, man, we actually gonna let Brand speak a lot on some of these topics, being from Memphis. And y'all feel free to pitch in the comments, man, and let us know what y'all feel about this discussion. But to go on and kick things off, instead of starting negative, let's just kind of first and foremost talk about briefly what Ja has meant for Memphis.
Man, what Ja has brought to Memphis, man, it's joy. It's a lot of joy that man has brought to Memphis. Like, I can remember growing up going to Grizzlies games and stuff like that. And since that man has been a part of this team, I ain't never seen our arena, the FedEx Forum, be packed out like that. Just to be honest, like the excitement to watch the Grizzlies and everything Grizzly related. I mean, I know for sure, like merch sales going up, drink sales going up in the facility and all that kinds of stuff, man. And it's just been great having him there along with his pops and stuff like that. They doing work in the city as well. Ja's a real positive dude and definitely a light in the city of Memphis. I mean, coming from his city too, you know what I'm saying? He do a lot of work and stuff like that in his city. But he really adopted, I would say, we adopted each other. Like Memphis adopted him, he adopted Memphis. Like he is Memphis, especially since, you know, Brother Dolph has passed away and stuff like that.
Talk about all of that for sure.
So that definitely played a part. Like if you were to ask me who the king of Memphis is now, it's Ja.
Yeah. But yeah, so going into that, definitely want to kick off that stuff because I know to Ja right now probably feels like the world is coming down on him.
Yeah.
And we getting to that point where we got to take accountability for some of the actions. We got to speak to that.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tell you the truth because we love you.
Yeah, that's a fact. And without further delaying on it, let's just go on and hop straight into a few of the incidents prior to and then to the latest incident. So there was an incident a while back where he had a gun on live on IG. I guess this was at the club, at the club or whatever case may be, and he got in trouble for that. On top of the issue where he had the high school kid at his house, had the altercation with them, and I think there was a situation at his sister's basketball game, and then a situation at the mall with his mom, and then there was also a situation where they were at a away game and a red dot got put on some staff members. So it was a lot of things in a short span of time, which is not good. And I hate to say that it would be good to do bad in a more spread out way. But all of those things
but to be back to back.
And then now we come again. He had a sit down with Jalen Rose. All of that went on a mini apology tour. It took some time off from the game. And then they lose in the playoffs to the Lakers. And I don't even think a week later, or maybe about a week later, he's right back on IG flashing a gun once again. Now, I'm going to say that I do not think the gun is the biggest issue with this scenario. But I just wanted to kind of paint the picture real quick, and then we're going to hear from you a little bit about your thoughts on all of those things together, and then specifically on this latest instance.
Okay, so my thoughts, it was a lot back to back. It was a whole lot.
When you say it all like that, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. And even like with the incident with little dude come to the crib and stuff like that, and him having a little altercation with him, even though that was a long time before, it got brought up around all that other stuff. So it was like boom, 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 boom.
For sure.
So that definitely doesn't look good at all.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And then after this last incident, it's like, bro, it's almost like we can't help you.
Yeah.
Like something severe has to be had within your punishment, because it's like, but we done gave you chance after chance after chance.
Yeah.
And now it's like, if we don't do anything, now it looks like we are pushovers. If you can play basketball good enough, you can do anything in this world. And that's just not, it's not something that needs to be portrayed to.
Not needs to be portrayed, but it is a fact.
Oh no, it's
and
a
we
fact.
see that on every level, whether
That's
it's
a
high
fact.
school, college, for sure, probably in the
You have more leeway, you have more cushion within your actions. I say that.
Yeah. Yeah. But if you trash, if you sneeze the wrong way,
oh my God,
we gonna need you to leave.
Hey, you get up out of here
We gonna
now.
need you to leave. But yeah, but going into that, one of the things I was thinking specifically with this latest instance with him flashing a gun on live, which I actually think it was on one of his friends' lives,
right,
that he flashed it. One of the things that it made me think of is I don't see how all of these things won't affect the case he has with the high school kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because whatever the kid's lawyers, or if it gets settled out of court, whatever the case may be.
It's going to get settled out of court, and he going to get hit where it hurt, which is his pockets. Bad.
Can you really hurt somebody who makes that type of money, though?
I'm going to tell you, I don't care how much money I'm making.
You're not trying to lose none of it.
None of it.
I feel you.
Because I don't work too hard.
And speaking of money, though, today, and I know we kind of all over the place, but we gonna get all the thoughts out. Today, me and Brand was his shoe with Nike,
Bruh.
When they were about to release, me and Brand had planned like, all right, we're gonna get.
We getting these joints.
He had called me the day of, and I had a meeting.
Yeah,
missed it. One of our other friends, Jalen.
I actually got the shoes.
Pair. He actually got.
I got the shoes, but Nike never sent them out.
Got hit with the whoop-de-doo.
Yeah,
and but anyways. He had just was fresh off of that. There was marketing for it. Just had the shoe.
Yeah.
Today we get hit with I think they said they were taking them off the shelf for a while.
Man, look, let me tell y'all something about them Ja Morant shoes. They hotter than fish grease. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. But at the same time though, my enthusiasm for getting them has shifted.
Yeah.
My enthusiasm for getting them has shifted. Now, I don't know if I'm fully on the side of what I'm about to tell you. Now I heard an NBA analyst or reporter or whatever case may be go on TV and say, I told my son those shoes will not be in my house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dang. Like, from a standpoint of not only did you say that, but you're pushing that out to the world. And I know other people do feel that way, but now it's, you're right. No, Tommy, we're not getting those jobs. So, like, I understand because kids are the ones who are going to want to get this stuff the most, especially when it came to after Nike no longer has Kyrie. They have Ja as his forefront PG for the shoe.
But I have two feelings about that. For one, I understand kind of like
not rewarding foolishness.
Right. But on the other hand, you let NBA YoungBoy get played in your house. You let Lil Durk get played in your house. And I'm not just saying this specific person because I don't know what they do in their house. But if you're going to take that stance in every facet of your life.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because we are going to talk about the double standard with celebrities. But keep going on.
That's a fact, bro. So, yeah, I feel like you said, don't reward foolishness at all, by no means. But if that's the stance you're going to take, and I see some people trying to take that stance and stuff like that, I want you to take that stance all around. Don't be selective just because it's a young man who showed a gun. He ain't talking about using it. These people are talking about using those guns on specific people, dropping names, but you still support them. So if you're going to take that stance, I'm talking to y'all now. If that's the stance you're going to take it in every part of your life. Don't support nothing gun or violence related if you're going to take that stance.
See, this is where things get a little bit different though. In the same way AI embodied some of that, they were already calling Ja AI 2.0.
Yeah, they were.
Ja does embody that, and he pushes that a little bit more. And I'm gonna be. Let's go even deeper. Ja came back pretty quick off that first instance,
Man,
and
stupid.
if we were to keep it a whole beam, I think they was trying to see what Memphis was finna do in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna, because if we keep it a whole beam from the beginning, Memphis has been allowing the whole team and the league that young, hot, lit, all the smoke,
Yeah.
semi we with the mess type of mentality, because Ja was showing out.
That's
so
true.
I would almost argue
That's
to
true.
say Memphis has kind of somewhat been endorsing that behavior a little bit. And now that they got the playoffs lost, it's like, what are you guys doing? So it's almost a little bit hypocritical.
And that's another thing I didn't like about,
because nobody stopped him all the way. Why
the
it was
reaction
entertainment?
of losing in the series and stuff like that. That kind of made me sick to my stomach, the way my city treated them after they lost and stuff like that, like unfollowing them, bashing them.
I didn't hear all that. It went that deep.
Yes, bro.
I saw the Knicks series where they took Julius Randle post up the wall and started stomping on it. Now that's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't like that, bro. I was ashamed of that.
But that's a whole nother level, because they had several players on Memphis that was hurt. Steven Adams was out.
Facts, bro.
Ja was hurt.
Right.
His hand was hurt. But and then too,
Brandon Clark was hurt.
And then too, Ja was freshly coming off that situation, and I think they had a type of attention on the team that shifted the whole chemistry.
Yeah, it did.
From what it was earlier on the
And
season.
then people talking about, they winning without Ja and all that kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It was a lot that went on that played into us ultimately losing. Luke Kennard, our best shooter.
Yep. One of the
being
best
hurt
shooters that season
Oh
in the
my
league. Yep.
goodness, what a sniper!
Sparking the thing. And I know
Oh,
this is kind of somewhat turned into a sports podcast. We love so we ain't gonna try to make it too sportsy and more so about the situation. But back on to Ja, we talked a lot around it. And then let's be more direct about our thoughts in regards to Ja. From the jump, even his interview with Jalen Rose, I was like, it does not feel as authentic. It feels like, I gotta do this. I gotta scratch off XYZ to be able to get back in the league and hoop. And then two, it furthermore proves that it hasn't even been a year, bro.
No, bro.
What is it? Weeks, months? About a month later?
I think it's 2 months.
And you're doing the same thing. And we talked about this off camera. One is like, Ja, no, bro. Like for the reason that as a basketball player, that's not something the NBA probably wants. And we're gonna touch on that for two different facets, because it's kind of hypocritical how he was trying to live the rapper lifestyle while hooping in the NBA
right.
that rappers can't live, and nobody really say much about it. But the fact that then you go and do it again after knowing there's going to be some ramifications for that makes it seem like you're not really thinking in regards to that situation, or it's just so deeply embedded in you that it's hard to shake it under a short-term situation. And which is what I asked you, who has influenced who more? Has Ja influenced Memphis more, or has Memphis influenced Ja more?
Memphis has influenced Ja way more. I would say that definitely.
But talk
way
a little
more.
bit deeper about what the Memphis influence is.
It's hard to describe, but it's infectious. You know what I'm saying? It's a sense of pride within Memphis that you're not gonna get in many other places. Like we say this all the time. Like there's Tennessee and there's Memphis. That only people from Memphis gonna understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like Memphis is Memphis. Tennessee, all other parts of Tennessee is Tennessee. This is Memphis. Like the pride of being from Memphis, it's like it oozes out of you and stuff like that. And that can be positive and can be negative. You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing that's gonna happen once stuff pop off, a person from Memphis gonna say, I'm from Memphis. And that's, I don't know what that's supposed to mean to somebody else.
On that, real quick, I heard a super funny skit, and it was like the fastest way to always win a fight is just to tell them you from Memphis, and then they don't want to fight. Like, what's up, bro? What's up? I'm from Memphis. Yeah, all right, you got it. You straight. That's the way to get out of a fight.
Nah, facts. For real though, that may be true.
Well, I'm from the M.
Yeah, you
probably
know.
gotta say I'm from the M instead of Memphis. Or it may sound like it's too long.
Or well, now it's either because like you can either say I'm from the M, or you gotta say I'm from Memphis, Maine.
Oh, you gotta put.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you just say I'm from Memphis, you from Cordova.
Yeah, let me see that job.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you from Cordova. You from Collierville.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bartlett or something like that. But
no, for sure. And like I said before we started, Brendan is from Memphis. I'm also from Tennessee, but from Nashville. Mm-hmm. And in college, the Memphis guys were the most, as far as their disposition, attitudes, and overall, I don't even know what else to call it. Just the way that they move. It's like, yeah, you must be from Memphis.
Yeah. People know
in a humor sense, and sometimes in a like interesting sense.
Yeah.
But nah. So I fully get that, and sometimes it teeters on the more so negative side. Now there's a lot of good,
but it's a lot of bad too.
That's a fact.
I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be real. It's a lot of bad too, because the thing that's happening to Ja, I watched happen to people that I knew growing up. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, stuff happening like that. Either it's cliche, but winding up dead or in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being what I feel has happened to Ja right now, he is lost in Memphis. He has gotten consumed in the belly of Memphis.
Which is sad because most guys will want to get to that level so they don't have to act like that.
Yep.
And you are at that level, and
now you want to act like that.
And I don't want to discount the fact that he is extremely young. He is 23.
That's a fact. And
he probably has resources and access to certain things that people double his age or at his same age will never have access to.
That's also
which
true.
Can be good and bad. Because with the way that he's continuing to do things, it makes me wonder if, like, Negro, do you feel like you just invincible? Like, Negroes can't tell you nothing? Yeah. That's what it feels like. Or if going into another topic that you had written down to talk about, is there a mental health issue with this?
I think it might be, bro. I think his past is now hindering his future. Meaning, like, you watch the Ja documentary and stuff like that.
Super dope.
Man, fire.
Story super dope.
But one of the things that stood out to me, like, because I actually was watching some clips from it the other day, and it was like he didn't get the attention and stuff. Like when he was playing, even when he was playing with Zion, getting 30 and stuff like that, nobody was paying attention to him. So now he's a grown man, but he still has that mentality of they ain't pay attention to me. So now that he has that attention, I feel like he's engulfed in that attention. And now it's just like, now that he has that attention, he don't know how to handle it.
But see, this is the difference though. And I'm not finna get on this debate. I hear a lot of people say, bro, he's trying to act, bro, you're not a thug. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? People say that all the time. And I know people, it depends on where you come from. People say that.
What I say is you hid, if you are a thug, you hid it for a long time. So why you can't hide it now? You know what I'm saying? Like on some real stuff. On some real stuff, bro. If you was a thug, if you was a thug at Murray State, if you was a thug in high school, thug in middle school, you know what I'm saying? If you was toting pistols and all that kinds of stuff, all the way up until that point, what's different now? Yeah. What's different from your rookie year? What's different from your sophomore year?
Yeah. Yep. I hear you. And it is for different facets. I know you just talked about being overlooked and things of that nature and not being thought of. That's where it's hard for me to fully accept that as the only reason, because he was in a double parent household. And I'm not going to use that excuse. People could be in a double parent household and you don't say nothing to your daddy or your mama. So I'm not saying just because both parents are there. But that's where, if you're so engulfed in sports, then you need to know that balance between, you know, doing good on the field or the court, not doing good on the court or field, and understand that there's more to life. Yeah. Because the things that he's doing are outside of the court.
Yeah.
That's why when it comes to the
exceptional on the court, even with the broke hand,
exactly,
he was out there.
Exactly, and I'm gonna just be the one. Even if I hadn't said it from the jump, but Ja's one of the most exciting, one of my favorite players to watch right now.
Yeah,
one of my favorite players to watch.
He's one of my favorite players I've ever seen,
for sure. And this is coming from somebody who's actually filmed Ja up close in person. I'm talking about I this close to Ja, filmed him up close in person on some things back when he was in college. So the dude is a star. He even back then is like it's something different about him. But going back into that, it's kind of hard to accept that one thing as an answer, in which case we started this conversation off with this section talking about mental health. And this is where things get a little bit interesting to me, because back when we were younger, I don't think I heard mental health maybe but one, maybe 2 times out the year. And nowadays it's everybody's podcast.
I don't know.
Everybody's conversation on
I ain't
news.
heard it till probably 2020.
For sure. And when you hear that, I'm thinking about somebody who's like really like in a mental insane asylum who needs to be chained up. And now it's just like, dang, I only got $5 in my oh, that's a mental health issue. It's like,
yeah,
I'm not saying it doesn't task you mentally, but what is fully encompassed in that? Because if I bruise my knee and I'm out for a week, I can't hoop. Am I suffering from a mental illness just because I'm dealing with things, mentally? Yeah. So it's like that line of what is being accepted as mental illnesses, sometimes for just disobedient or bad behavior, is getting pushed further and further.
It's becoming an excuse.
That is what I'm afraid of.
Something to hide behind.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I shot somebody. Oh, I'm mentally not there.
And potentially almost the easiest get out of jail card.
It is. As soon as you throw some mental health, because it's such a sensitive subject, and because it's so new and fresh and it's on everybody's mind now, and not everybody thinking about it, it's like you throw that out there, it's almost like, just to be honest, to compare it to like the homosexuality and stuff like that. If you say anything wrong within that, you're getting canceled, you're getting bashed, something is going to happen to you that you don't want to happen. It's the same thing with mental health. If you say, oh, he ain't going through nothing on no mental health, he lying. Oh, you better prepare for reckoning.
So, but when you compare that to homosexuality, what do you mean specifically?
Like the sensitivity of it.
I mean, it's like it's kind of taboo to talk about?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It is. It's almost like if you ain't in it, don't speak on it.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But for the mental health aspect of it it's one of those things, well, anybody could claim that at any time.
True.
And honestly, the other situation, anybody could claim that at any time as well.
You know what I'm saying?
But when is the fine line of, I don't care if you were dealing with things mentally or not, doing XYZ is not acceptable under any circumstances.
Correct. That's correct.
So what is the fine line for that? Now, going into environment, because we talked about Memphis and its influence. First time around, it appeared he was on his own live and he flashed the gun on his own. Like you had to hit live.
Yeah.
You flashed the gun on it. The second time around, his friend was going live. It seemed like they were listening to music. His friend maybe did like a gun gesture, and then it appears allegedly that Ja pulled out something, some sort of firearm.
It's a little blurry, but it
seemed like it had the form factor of a firearm.
Yeah. And
my phone went off immediately, and it was like, nah, because I'm not rooting for it did make me sad.
Yeah,
the first thing is like
it did. I thought it was an old video.
I was hoping it was an old video, but because it hit the main NBA, ESPN notifications, is like,
I was like, dang.
It's like, dang, this might be something new.
Come on, child.
This might be something new.
It's almost like seeing your little brother do something stupid.
Yeah.
It was like that sickening to me. It was like, come on, nah, you ain't do this again, bro.
Because what the weight of that thought was, oh, they're not finna play with you this time. They probably are not gonna play with you.
They can't.
You
have put them in a terrible position. They have to severely punish you this time. Otherwise,
unless going back to our last statement, you yell, something ain't right up here.
Right. and you actually stay in that facility this time for the amount of time that you need. Not no doggone, what 12 days or something like that? 8 days?
Bro, I don't know where that man went. He probably went on vacation. No disrespect. But I mean, sometimes vacation can.
My dog was on the beach. Nah, in all seriousness though, that's the only way I feel like he can get out without missing like the full season or half the season or something like that. If he like, okay, he just throw his hands up and say, y'all right. Let me go get some help and do everything necessary to come back the person that I'm supposed to be. Stay in that jump for the amount of time which you have to stay. I don't care if it's 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. You stay in there, bro. And you work on yourself for real. Not don't know like how he put out the little statement and they said that there was an AI.
They said that he wrote that apology of ChatGPT. Hey, that junk is crazy. Now listen to me. I like a good joke just like the next person. The memes I've seen online, I mean, they called him NBA dumb boy. They called, they had the new Minister Society.
Now I know they Ja Wick.
It was a lot. I mean, like,
yeah.
It's funny.
Folks gonna make fun of a situation
for sure.
Honestly, that actually can help you get through it, man.
You think so? I do. Think, and but in all fairness and honesty, I do feel like this could be one of those situations that 10, 12 years from now you look back on and we laughing. Like it's just
facts.
Bro, you wilding out. You wilding out.
Right, you wild boy.
Like one of them things like, my boy, you put out a gun 1 week and you got trouble, you put it out a month later. Hey, you wild, my boy. Yeah. So hopefully it can be like that. Hopefully, and it's not one of those things where they try to cancel Ja.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is not.
I honestly don't think that can happen because of the way of the world, which is ruled by the dollar bill. Ja is worth too much money and is making too many people too much money for them to just say, oh no, we canceling, dude, it's over, no more Ja Morant.
Well, more so for the Memphis Grizzlies organization than anybody else, because if the Memphis Grizzlies lose Ja Morant, I love what the Grizzlies have done for the city.
Yeah,
I'm straight up. Dang, no disrespect. I'm straight up going to a Grizzlies game for right now.
It's
for like, because we had tickets to a Ja game early this year, or last year.
I went on New Year's. And
we were going to the Pelicans versus Grizzlies game. And at first, Ja was not going to be playing because of injury. And I was like, and my dad and I already got the tickets. And I was like, And then last minute, it's like, oh, he's going to play. I was like, oh, snap. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good versus.
Facts, bro.
And I love Jaren Jackson. I love Tyus Jones. Desmond Bane. Not sure if Dylan Brooks going to be there next year or not. But, I mean.
They saying nah, but that's another situation. That's foul, bro. No foul for that.
But when you think of Memphis, you think of the Grizzlies. I mean, you think of Ja.
I'm a be one, bro.
Ja for real. You know what I'm saying? So it will completely probably take that team off of the map if he cannot play for them. Forever, let alone in a elongated time.
Yeah.
Now, going into his actions and our opinions on it, I do think it was, and this is from a loving place. Sometimes you just got to keep it a bean. I think it was dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think it was dumb, but it also makes me wonder, like, are you so accustomed to doing that it was like second nature? And it's kind of like, dang. And then two, it's not a video where it was recorded to you. You could be like, hey, how you gonna put that out? You live.
You live, bro.
You live. And the thing
everybody screen recording.
Yes, that's a fact. And then two, it makes me wonder the surroundings. We'll talk about the dad after this.
Okay.
If you're one of Ja's boys, knowing everything that he currently has going on,
I'm not putting
we just chilling. You know what I'm saying? We just chilling right now.
No, man.
We are just chilling. And I know this is a social media era. It sounds weird because I think me and another one of our friends were joking about this off camera. It's like you see boys, it's like, all right, hey, me and my dog finna go crazy on Call of Duty. Y'all boys don't want nothing to smoke. Click. Hey, bro, you got some orange juice in the fridge?
Yeah.
It's like, you got that energy when the camera go on. You know what I'm saying? So if you really like, is it just for show? And it makes me wonder sometimes why everything has to be online like that. And then two, I feel like you're more so doing that to show, look how close I am to Ja.
Yep.
Even if that is your boy, it's some feel good about that. But
is.
With everything he had going on,
that's stupid.
Your friends can't put you in situations like that.
Cause like this is my thing right here, and it's bigger than okay. I'm not finna put him in a situation to where he can actually do something to jeopardize his stuff. I'm saying from a point of everybody don't love you. Everybody don't love Ja. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't love you, the guy that's going live. You know what I'm saying? So if you mess up and you pan that camera too much to where somebody see, oh, I know where that's at. Let me pull up over there. And they have ill intentions for you. That can be a situation that none of us want.
Yeah.
So that is my thing with this like going live and oh, I know Ja and I'm his boy and look at us, I'm going live, all that kinds of stuff. One thing that I don't do, bro. I mean, cause I know some people and all that kinds of stuff, bro. I don't run to the internet when I'm kicking it with my people. I enjoy that time. You know what I'm saying? I don't need everybody around. I don't need everybody to know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. I've experienced some great things in life and you will never know it.
For sure.
Because it's not on my Instagram or it's not on my YouTube and stuff like that. Simply because everybody don't need to know what you got going on.
Yeah.
Like I have people that I know right now just got drafted to the NFL and stuff like that. You will never hear me talking about them. You will never hear me saying, oh shoot, I'm finna go to my boy or my boy said, bro, for what?
Yeah.
For what? That's not genuine to me. That's just not real. I don't care how you shape it, how you give me an excuse. Nah, bro, that's just what we do. No, that's not what we do.
Yeah.
That's not what we do because this is a high profile athlete. This is one of the best athletes in the world. Nothing that you do needs to jeopardize what he has going on because he is the bag. Protect the bag at all costs.
That's a fact. And once you start moving in ways that hurt that, once you get put on the outskirts, then you feeling some type of way.
Right.
And people always will put it, oh, he got money, he changed. Sometimes you do have to move.
You
different.
have to change.
And then other people around you, you got to either change too. Or you have to understand why you have to stay where you at.
Exactly.
And that's just that it is what it is. Now, another part of that is accountability. Going back into the Memphis thing, the Memphis culture, Memphis mindset in regards to certain things. If all your boys are feeling that way, then I'm pretty sure, given the guys that I knew from Memphis who acted in a similar manner, they don't see anything wrong with what you did.
No.
And if those are the type of people that he's friends with, that is a problem.
Yeah.
That is a problem because it doesn't matter how, and it's one of those things where, and we know this too, as a YouTube channel, we make content, we get way more love than we get hate. But hate do be coming sometimes.
It do.
It's like, what's up with y'all?
Yeah, no matter what you do,
it don't matter what you're doing. But in this instance, I know Ja's feeling a lot of pressure from what's coming online. Yeah. And some of the statements are not off. Some of y'all are foul. Yeah. Some of y'all are petty. Some of y'all just like throwing darts at people while they down. Yeah. It's a difference. But it's one of those things where we talked about this. If one person saying something, it's like, all right, it might just be your opinion. If 50,000, 70,000 people, and you might have to times that by 10 or 15 giving you an NBA superstar, are saying things like that, then it may be something I need to tune into. And I hate it when I hear people start to be like, yo, what is his dad doing? Blah, 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 blah. Like, we don't know. We don't know. One. And two, from what we do know, this Negro has been there every step of the way, making sure he gets put in good predicament.
That's true.
And as far as the other stuff, we don't know. And then two, at the end of the day, Ja is a grown man, whether he's acting like it or not. He is a grown man. So under most circumstances, for those of y'all who do have respectable, right relationships with your father, it don't matter what age you are. If your father like, yo, you need to chill or you're not moving right, then you will listen. Yeah. But everybody's not like that.
That's true.
Everybody's not like that. I've seen it firsthand. You may have seen it also firsthand. So we don't know what that dynamic of that conversation looks like to even begin to blame his dad. But what are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts, it's kind of, I kind of piggyback off of what you're saying. We don't know, you know. So I can't speak. Like that's one thing, you know. I grew up on. You don't speak about stuff you don't know about. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not finna speak on that man like he not doing his job. I'm gonna be honest. I do wonder what's going on. I
sure.
wonder
It's a
what his
question
dad is doing. Like, where's dad at? You know what I'm saying? That's natural reaction. Where's dad at? What?
Yeah.
He ain't putting the foot to him or something like that.
Yeah.
But we don't know. And like you said, that's a grown man, bro.
Yeah.
It's a grown man. His dad ain't finna be around 24/7. Make sure you don't post no guns today.
For sure.
Come on, bro. And what's crazy is we don't know how many times his daddy has stopped something stupid from happening.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Because clearly this young man, I just gotta be honest, he reckless.
He moving a little reckless, yeah.
He is, bro.
He's moving a little reckless.
He reckless because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I'm from Memphis, so I move like I'm from Memphis. So I got what I got and everything like that, and I keep it with me. But the thing is, you'll never know it. You know what I'm saying? It's always concealed.
Yeah.
And if you ever see it, that means I'm in a situation to where you done messed up. I'm not going online. I'm a grown man, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, and that is the reason why these gun laws and stuff like that are in place and all these rules and regulations, because they want to make sure you are mentally stable and you grown about what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Because like I always say, I know what I'm gonna do with mine. I don't know what you're gonna do with yours.
Yeah.
So,
but going into that, because you mentioned gun laws and you mentioned people having guns, is the question I want to ask too, just playing, I don't even want to say devil's advocate, but flipping the other side of the coin, is Ja being done wrong? And the reason I ask that is, if we just go off the premise of showing a gun on your social media, we know plenty of great dudes who do it, and it has nothing to do with like me and my Paul went duck hunting. Oh, they got that thing that'll lay it down.
Yes, sir.
They got that
yes,
thing
sir.
It ain't just for ducks now. It'll make you sit like a duck too. So and they'll post it with their paw, or you'll see some guys that go to a gun range. All of them got guns and things like that. They post it on social media. And from the aspect of just showing you what they gun, there's a lot of things. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because it's become a huge talking point currently on social media amongst people saying, oh, well, this player, he had a gun and, he was white. Why didn't nobody do nothing to him? Or, look at these guys. All of this whole basketball team went to gun range and posted them with their guns and things of that nature. And that's why I said even at the beginning of this, guns, I don't think is the issue.
Nope.
It is the image and the lifestyle that is being portrayed.
Yep.
Because the problem, what is dangerous more so than the gun, is potentially or advertising them, having other young kids. I can be a thug and go to the league and then move reckless out here, and then ain't nobody gonna say nothing to me if I'm doing what I need to do on the court.
That's fact.
That is a dangerous mindset.
And that's why they got to put their hammer down on it.
That is a dangerous mindset. So I think that's so when the discussion comes to, oh, well, so-and-so has a gun and he's doing this, and then so-and-so has a gun and he got, whatever the rapper's names is going on in the background, it's more so of the image and the message that is being implied. But going back to my statement, is with that being the case, is he being done wrong?
I got two feelings about it, and both of them are the same but different. Yes, he's being done wrong. For one, he's being done wrong by himself.
Okay, interesting.
He is doing himself in right now. No, I got to be honest, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if this was my little brother, because I have a little brother, and he is a year younger than Ja. So, I talk to him like I talk to him. But you are tripping right now. You have one of the hottest shoes on the market. They're selling out like hotcakes.
Yeah.
You got all this money lined up. You got endorsements on top of endorsements on top of endorsements. You are one of the most liked people in the world right now. And we not hungry no more, but we still want to eat. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And you are starting to fumble the bag. You are literally leaving cash. You are opening up the bag and running with it and letting cash fall out through the back. That's what you're doing right now.
That's a fact.
Secondly, yes, he's being done wrong because, like you just stated, bro, people post guns online.
Yeah.
In that same manner. Like, the people are literally on live right now as we speak with their ops, as they call them, which is stupid, pointing guns at each other I've literally seen this. Rappers doing it.
Yeah.
Every day, Joe Blows, who gonna die tomorrow, been doing it. All of this kind of stuff. And Ja is just, dancing and, he showed his little stick or whatever.
Yeah. And a lot of the times, they're doing that in correlation to what the song may be saying. Sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just pull it out because it seems like something that you'll see in a
Right.
music video. But sometimes, I don't know, I got that blicky on whatever they be
all
saying,
that.
and they'll pull it out as a, as
Just like old boy did,
Yes.
or whatever.
But I'll be arguing to say this. I feel like Ja would have still got in trouble even if he did the handgun. Even if he did the handgun symbol.
I feel
not
like
as deeply, but it'd be like,
Yeah, I feel
sorry, my
they would
boy.
have been petty. I feel like they would have been petty.
Somebody would have
He just really went on and just took it overboard by actually pulling out his firearm, allegedly. But even still, that's what I'm talking about with his homeboy.
Yeah.
You know what this man has just gone through with guns and stuff like that, and you all in the camera.
I ain't gonna lie. We're not listening to none of them no more. We're not listening to none of them.
Bro, no, bro.
Give me some dog.
No,
McCray.
Man, some Hovey,
We got a playlist for you.
Big Breeze, some KB.
KB, I got
You know what I'm saying? We gonna have
Monty, you know what I'm saying? All of that.
Yes, sir.
So that from the done wrong perspective, so that is interesting. But when people have that argument, my thing is it's not about the guns.
It's not.
It's not about
It's the manner in which the guns are being shown.
Yes.
That's what it is. You are in the club drunk with your ice on and you dangling a gun. Bro, if you gotta have that mug on you, first of all, you probably don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you gotta have that mug on you, keep it on you.
That's a fact. And then too,
You know what I'm saying?
And then going and piggybacking off of that, instead of you asking, is it fair? Ask yourself, what are you trying to portray by having that gun?
Right.
Just if what are you trying to portray? Is it like, Nico, you can get it?
Yeah.
Or is it hunting? Or
Because I got another thing about that. I got another view about that. Because like I said, I'm from Memphis, man, and I know how these folks' mind work. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been. I ain't always been who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's people who think like he got that junk on him, but he ain't never. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
He ain't never popped nothing. He ain't gonna up and he ain't finna do nothing with it.
So, but going into that,
Folks will literally see you with that jump, pull up on you with nothing, and try to strong arm you.
but going into that, so when people make those statements, even if they say it's not because I'm trying to go do violence, I'm just trying to protect myself.
Yeah.
When you do posts like that, is it more so deterring it, or is it more so making people say, I'm gonna try you?
It's inviting it.
I feel like it could be more so inviting it.
You are definitely inviting it because I feel like the element of mystery is your best defense.
That's a good point.
If I don't know what you do, I don't know what you have, I can't predict how you gonna react. I can't predict, okay, this is what I need to do and everything. Like if I know you have a gun or whatever, most people will try to either get to you before you can get to it or get to it before you can get to it. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, I know he got a gun or whatever. I'm gonna pull up with a bigger one with more people. But if you think, okay, it's a mystery, even if that same person want to pull up, they may not pull up with multiple people. They may not pull up with an AR. They may just pull up with a little 38 or something like that. Then you may be in a situation to where, oh, they got you or whatever, or they think they got you. The element of surprise. Pop goes the weasel. I got you. You know what I'm saying? Not them, but the other way around.
Yeah.
You can defend yourself in a manner in which there is mystery.
Yeah.
But if I know he keep it on him type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going to let you get to that. Mm-hmm. They may pop you before you even get the blink.
Yeah.
Because they already done killed the NBA star that was in Memphis. Lorenzo Wright got killed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't the first one, bro. Antonio Burks was one of the top 10 draft picks in his class or whatever. got shot in a dice game in Memphis. Bro, you ain't the first dude to come to Memphis or whatever, or be in Memphis or from Memphis or whatever. You're not the first one, bro. There are multiple people behind you, and you just seen what they did to what they called the king of Memphis. They killed the king. So you ain't invincible, and this is coming from a place of love, because I don't want to see nothing happen to this young man.
Yeah, all this love, and that's why I got,
you know what I'm
got
saying?
the Grizzlies jerseys on now.
For sure, bro. I got major love for dude. You know what I'm saying? I really rock with that man, and because I know things that he has done in our city outside of all this foolishness that doesn't get the same light. That's why it upsets me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff getting light, and they don't know about the backpack drives, him pulling up on schools.
The documentary, him giving the waitress like a $500 tip.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know about that kind of stuff. But my thing is, you have to do it so much that they can't help but notice it, like LeBron.
That's a fact. But I will say this, though. So I will say this. You can do 1,000 things right.
Mm-hmm.
When you at that one level, it just takes one mistake. It just takes one mistake. And that is sad, but it is.
It's reality.
But it's reality too. And then at the same time, when you get paid that much money, you got to know what comes with the territory.
That's a fact, bro.
And then going into that, our last statement is there a double standard with celebrities? Because I would argue, Ja's in the NBA, but he's trying to look like a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
And of course the rappers can do that.
Yeah. They do it every day. They're probably doing it right now.
It's a part of how they get their money.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of the look.
The aura.
Feeds into the aura, what their songs and lyrics are about. The NBA, the Grizzlies.
They don't want it.
That's not what they're looking for. Now, I think the Grizzlies thought they could get away with that bad boy look for a minute. But
yeah,
you
can
just
be
gotta
bad
know
boy,
who you're working for.
Yeah, you can't be that kind of shooter.
Yeah. Not that one.
Not that one. Nah.
Not that one.
Nah.
So the double standard is it right for other people to do that? I'm not saying it's right.
Nah.
But I am saying it's ignorant to know if you work for an organization who that's not what they're trying to endorse. And even if it's not written out in fine blueprint.
Come on, bro, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you furthermore know, because this is not the first instance where it has been questioned.
Yeah.
But I know this has been a long-winded conversation.
Yes,
I know there's a lot of conversation around this. We definitely wanted to get some thoughts on, especially since that is something that's been what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, y'all let us know in the comments, man. Y'all tune in. We're speaking about this from several different instances. As y'all know, the channel is the Everyday Negro. So as two black brothers, man, we are going to speak on how that does impact other young black brothers.
It does, bro.
Because it does deeply, because a lot of times what people see on social media, they think stuff like that is cool, and it is further exemplified or magnified when that person is successful in other areas.
Yeah.
And I just don't want people to feel like they have to do that to be cool or to look bad or to look hard.
Is it? This kind of stuff makes it harder for the next person.
For sure.
The next young dude, the young, hip or lit dude to come up and stuff like that, it's gonna make it harder for him to get that big contract. It's gonna make it harder for him to get that Nike shoe. You know what I'm saying? Bro, they just booted Kyrie Irving off so you could come in.
That now, even though it's never been said like that between me and you, that is how we've both talked about it.
Yeah,
for sure. Bro. And now you are putting Nike under the gun. Like,
oh
literally,
my goodness.
a full circle.
Under your gun.
Nike's under the gun, because I know niggas looking at Nike. What y'all doing? And then Powerade too. Like, what are y'all? I know y'all trying to ride this out because it's a superstar. And then the truth is, though, it has only been riding out this long because of who Ja is. We've talked about this too. If it was anybody else who did not have the same star level, y'all would be out of the league, period. Yeah. It wouldn't. You would just be out of the league, period. Yeah, and like, what is furthermore funny, they
Sebastian Telfair, OJ Mayo. These are people who had like gun situations, or OJ Mayo was like drugs or something like that. That ain't as serious as a firearm. Back to back. These people are at the league.
Back to back.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
back.
it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, they really showing is having a lot of grace and mercy on this man right now.
No, they are, and I hope he sees it as that, because fortunately or unfortunately, because of how talented you are getting another chance. Now, what that another chance means is going to be different. But a lot of times when people get punished, they get bitter.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get punished for things like this, you should be thankful that there wasn't a period at the end of the sentence.
Yeah.
Because there's a difference.
It's still open-ended.
Yes, there's still a lot more things that could happen in a positive nature that we know from the outside. Like, there could be some stuff under,
Yeah, it's true.
Other situations that we don't know.
That's true.
But yeah, that pretty much wraps that. Before we get out of here, make sure y'all who are listening via YouTube or watching via YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And if you are also watching, y'all can see all of the lovely Patreon members that we have. Shout out to them. And if you're interested in also joining this Patreon family, we ain't gonna stop you.
We not.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna love you.
That's a fact.
We gonna love on you.
Catch y'all on the next video.
That's right.